Okay, next up is the Grand Spree, which is basically just the last one reversed. Instead of going through the tunnel into the world, it's the opposite. And what the hell is Pete doing here? I distinctly remember you being banished between space and time. Do you not know how the play of the game works, Pete? You were banished from space and time. And if you really are working for Maleficent right now, why would she give you the time to run in one of these friggin' races? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, honestly, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with me? I'm doing poorly right now. The key to winning this course is very tight turns. You're going to basically run into a few hiccups on turns, especially the one right here. It's a very sharp left you have to make without getting hit by anything. Or getting hit by the, or running into the wall or getting hit by the tornado, basically. And that's pretty much it. It's just backwards of the last course we did, the Disney Drive. And yeah. I don't know why Pete's here, but he's here. We just have to accept that fact and move on with our miserable lives. Ow! Dewey, you were always my least favorite of the trio. Actually, to be fair, since watching DuckTales 2017, and most of it, I don't know if it's done yet, but I've watched as many episodes as I could now that now that the world has been on fire for 6 months, almost 7, all things considered. Yeah, I think Dewey's actually my favorite. Louie has actually become my least favorite, which sucks because my favorite color is green. You would think, like, oh, the green one would be my favorite, but no, he's not. I've always had an affinity for Huey. I don't know why. Even back when they all literally had, like, the same voice. Excuse me? That was rude. Do you really want to let Pete win? You stupid duck? No, bad Pete. Shame on you. Shame. And we're actually, to be fair, we're halfway done with these courses. There's one more of these Rumble Racing courses, and it's actually my favorite one because it's one of those ones where if you make a mistake while driving, it punishes you. And it's not like it punishes you for like stupid reasons. It's like this is a very precise shit. It's a very precise course. And if you make a pretty big mistake, you can suffer for it. It's not even like one of those, oh, it might be a mistake. Now it's like literally, you mess up once, you're basically done. Pete, not now. Oh, it's an unversed. Okay, fine. Okay, fine, unversed. Whatever. The one thing I wish there was a difference between is I wish each course had its own theme. I really would appreciate that in the long run for this, but the fact that they all have the same race course, the theme is kind of okay. I can deal with it. I guess it's because whenever I think of Disney Town, I think of the ice cream game that we're going to play when we come back as Fen. And there are so many themes in that one, it's nice to have a variety, because when you play as Terra and Aqua, the themes you deal with in Fruit Ball and ultimately Rumble Racing, they're just the same few themes, and that can be unfortunate. But fortunately, if you manage to complete each of these little prize things and gift things, you can earn yourself a nifty prize. I don't know what it would be. I don't recall if there's any one where you master all 3 of them, you get a prize. I would imagine it's just a PSN trophy or an Xbox achievement, but I'd imagine there's got to be something you'd get for completing everything perfectly in those mini games. But if you complete Rumble Racing, all 4 courses, you get a nifty gift. If you complete all the matches in in Fruit Ball, you get a nifty gift. And if you complete all of the Ice Cream Beat games, Ice Cream Beat missions, you get a nifty gift. But this is my favorite one because, like I said, this is one where you have to pay very close attention to where you're going, or else A, you will be lost in a maze, or B, as you can see there's multiple different tracks you have to take. Just because there are multiple tracks and multiple ways to go does not mean that you can catch up very quickly if you make a mistake. Follow my pattern here. Make the hard left and go on the ramp. And then you're going to come up to here where it's going to force you to go one way or the other. It does not really matter which way you go, as long as you land on this platform right here. This is critical because this is the fast way. If you can manage to hold on to the fast way this way, you will be set. Otherwise, you might run into some trouble. I will give them credit. All of them made the shortcut early, which is interesting. Usually they don't. Usually I'm battling with these guys Usually I'm way ahead of these guys by the end of the first lap. I guess they may have upped their difficulty on critical mode, and I missed it. Shit. Alright, that's no big deal. Just like I said, just follow my recipe here. Come down here, drop down into the gummy vaults, and we're gonna run into some of them. Piss off, not in the mood. Piss off, not in the mood. Turn, and keep on this course. As long as you stick to this little formula I have, and make sure you end up on that gold race. I wouldn't even call it a road. What would I call it? If you end up on that golden area over there after making the jumps, you're fine. Don't worry about it. It's all the stuff afterwards that you should start worrying. Now, I would show you the other shortcuts, but some of them are incredibly long. So, like I said, just if you want to win this, follow my little guide here. Otherwise, you can explore yourself, but I would imagine you want to win, because you'll probably end up in like 3rd or 4th place if you take the scenic routes, you know? It's kind of important that you don't take the scenic routes sometimes. Alright, good. Make sure we don't miss one of those so we can keep our lead up, because, man, the AI is racing fairly well here, because usually they fall apart over here, but they're racing very well for themselves. I will give the AI credit. And I missed it again. Alright, no big deal. Make the left, make the right, go up the ramp. And once again, we are back here. I will gladly accept that. Because if you fall down there, you have to take the long way. And trust me, you do not want to take the long way. Like, at all. Like, look how quickly we head down here. And now imagine how long the long way is. Because the long way will jump you out, not back there, but right there to our right. And if it launches you out there, yeah, you got no shot of winning. I'd like to say otherwise, but you really don't. You really, truly, sincerely do not have a hope of winning. But it looks like I am, so I'll take that for what it's worth. Up there. Over here. We're doing good so far. Wow, now that's more like it. Now that is definitely more like it. That enormous ass lead. I guess they wanted to make it a bit more challenging early on, but once you get to the 5th lap, it's pretty much over. But I don't mind. Especially since we're going to get a pretty nifty gift. Oh, sorry. We're going to get a pretty nifty gift for beating this. And mastering all 4 of the laps of the cups. Or whatever the hell this would be. The races, I guess. That were not so wacky. And 20 seconds above Dewey. And a Victory Line Keyblade. This Keyblade is, as you can tell, very big and does very good damage in terms of critical hits. It's basically like the Cinderella Keyblade, except it's a lot bigger. Which is good, because Terra needs all the help he can get. He needs those long, powerful ass Keyblades. And speaking of long, powerful Keyblades, it's just about time for us to head up to the next world. Now the question is, do we do Olympus or do we do Space World? Space Whale, sorry, not Space World. Space Whale or Olympus? I don't think it really matters one way or another which one we do, but do I want to see a Space Whale or do I want to go to Olympus? Alright, let's do Olympus.